Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our monthly Angelscope for the sign of Leo for June 2021. So before we begin, I'd just like to welcome anyone who's new to my channel and for anyone who's returning as well. And just like to highlight my angel reading special offer for the month of June. And I've been doing this since the beginning of the pandemic. And so this special offer is my half-hour reading for $77, which has been extended to for 1 full hour. So if you like to get an angel reading with me, you can go to my webpage, theangelschool.com/services, and that link is below this video in the description box area. And when you go to my webpage, you would select the half-hour reading as is. Within 24 hours on the first business day, I will send you a confirmation email noting the special offer for the month of June. And also, this will be the correspondence to also submit your availability to set up an appointment, and the instructions about what I need and how to do that is included there. It also includes the date where I have availability starting, and it will also tell you if there is a time period when I will be away. So just everything you need is there, and so there are no restrictions or limitations on being able to get the reading if you've had one before or several times with this special offer. Okay, so let's take a moment now to connect in with our heart space and really to connect in Leo with the energy for you that is available to you for this month and all the opportunities and lessons that will be unfolding. And as we do this, just want to draw your mind for a moment back to the table and just remind you of the format. So on the left is a card pulled from the Major Arcana, which will also reveal which archangel you'll be working with this month. And it indicates the big lessons or themes or energies, major influences in your life. And the card on the right will indicate a message from your guardian angel and how these major themes are unfolding and interacting in your day-to-day life, and would also help give advice about how to manage that. So let's go ahead now, as I'm just already picking up a few things. And when we connect in with our heart space, we connect in with the internet of the universe. That is to say, the network of oneness and consciousness on all of its different levels of dimension, as well as our potential. So connecting with your heart connects you to that multidimensional network of oneness. And so just breathe and let go of anything that's on your mind and be present with the love that is available to you now, Leo. Now, they're kind of showing me a shovel. And the shovel was almost appearing to me as though it was a tree, okay? So combining those two, I've never had this come up with a shovel, but we'll see what this means. But, when I see the shovel, and I think about the tree, which is my diagnostics for your alignment with your higher self, and the earth, the trunk of the tree is running that clear channel and facilitating that connection with that network as well. And they're writing out the word change. So for some of you, the shovel is that you're going to be going through. I feel the right word change, but I also feel like that you're going to be just using it to either. I feel like just like when you with the shovel, you dig in the dirt and you sort of create space, meaning that you are shifting. You're creating space within yourself, within your consciousness. You're opening up to something much more greater or than you have before. And this leaves a void where more potential can fill in. So there's this potential that you might be seeing. The changes that you're making might be like you're excavating things from your life, or clearing out things. But at the same time, you'll be able to plant new things in its place. So the universe will be able to plant things, new seeds, right? And new opportunities in your life. So if you've been feeling like, Leo, that you need a change, you need to sort of revamp or clear out some things, get rid of some of the things that are in your way or things that are holding you back, that you're right on it. And this is in preparation. It's like to release just creates space for more, for new things, for fresh and exciting experiences. And you're feeling that need very strongly, and there's a reason for it. And it's also like a clearing of, clearing out the vibration and in exchange for higher vibrations of experience. This is the sensation I get as well. So, I really feel like with the respect to your creativity, that there's more potential, and you can feel it, and you're right on the pulse of this fire, this passion. And so do not at this time dismiss your inclinations or your intuition in any way, shape, or form. And the word I was seeing earlier when I was trying to talk is the word manifestation. Okay? So it's like you're ready to bring in, I saw the word technology, new technology. And it could be, specific to what you do in your craft. Maybe you're developing something, it will be innovating, a new technology, a new approach, a new idea. But in a sense, it's a technology because it's something that can be applied and utilized by others, and something that helps to create a greater ease or affluence in the process. Okay. So for the month of June in general, one of the things that they were showing me, they wrote the word June in Libra when I first began doing these readings. And Libra, what I get out of it is the scales, the balance and harmony, alignment, especially right now, alignment they're writing. So everybody's going to be really finding their sense of alignment. You're connecting in with this, you're intuiting it more accurately, and everything is leading you. So they just word recognition. You're having a profound recognition of yourself in a completely new way. And they wrote also about this panoramic view, this 360 view, where in order to create this balance, you've got to be opening yourself up to seeing all the facets, and not just the one strand or facet that you are used to seeing everything through your own personal interest, for example. And they just wrote the word pressure. So for you, Leo, don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. enjoy. Okay? I don't know why I just saw the word saxophonist. And maybe this specific to someone, but also it could be just in general for all of us to look at this idea of, practicing an instrument and developing a skill. You might be finding a new skill that I just saw the word success. It just brings you more success in what you do. And there's that element of practice, but to not put pressure on yourself to be good, because that's not what you're doing when you practice. You're already good, meaning you have the talent, the heart for this. You respect the craft. But what this is about is it's about giving you more freedom to express yourself, finding a deeper connection with your craft to be able to fully express yourself. So we don't need to put the pressure, because we're actually trying to liberate, unleash, not oppress. And I don't know why I saw the word confess. So, this might be that you need to be honest with yourself about what it is you really are. What is your goal here? What is it that you truly desire? And sometimes we have trouble admitting that because we're afraid of the responsibility. And so we just find any excuse to keep us from actually having access to it. So don't put that kind of pressure on your shoulders. Make this about what you love and what you enjoy, and that you're trying to reach a deeper level. You're looking for more access to what you already have, to your gifts. And there's a way to go about nurturing that. And one is to believe in yourself. And the other is to trust the process. Whatever process that you use in your practice, whatever that might be, and how you develop your skills, improve, trust the process, but be open and intuitive about that process as well. Trust the process. Find a process that will help you to actually achieve what you want, instead of looking for something to just I guess it's this idea that when you work as if you lack, then you're never really on it. Your practice is just going to always be off, because your perspective is completely a misinterpretation. All right, so let's take a look. Wow, that was there for a long time. I didn't even look at the cards yet. So let's look at the energy here. The archangel that you're working with is Archangel Jeremiah, and this is the Judgment card. Okay, renewal. So we were talking about this energy of like renewal, in essence of what we were talking about earlier when we first began. And then this card being traditionally titled Judgment, it's like, yeah, you want to do this without judgment, right? You want to notice. In order to really see your potential, you have to see yourself the way others do. You have to first embrace your talents. And then you have to do that without judgment. And the way to do that, the way I discovered was with my voice teacher, was to notice the connections between your gift and your body, whatever that gift is. Mine was singing, and my body. And notice as you imagine and notice what connections you feel taking place in your imagination between your instrument or your gift, your skill, and your body and your mind and your heart. And listen to that information, listen to that natural connection, and then try to implement that somehow. But it's definitely like you This is about not you pause and you're breaking, away from those old connections that no longer serve you, and you realize that here's a new way, there's a better way, right? And there's a way to do this that's non-judgmental. So this is going to be, sort of an examination process where you're really going to discover a lot about yourself in this month, Leo, as you open up to this new opportunity. Like you're excavating, and I think the shovel is kind of apropos too with this card, since we traditionally see graves, right? But they're open and people are free. So that's sort of an interesting concept too, going back to that tree and getting, excavating and making room for new seeds and creating space. All right, let's take a look at, and this card here, this is the second time this happened today, where the card that in the Minor Arcana, Ms. Radleigh Valetine puts keys in the Minor Arcana to a Major Arcana card, and it happens to be the same one, Jeremiah and Judgment 20. See, the numbers are the same, and the archangels are the same. And this is the Eight of Air, which is the Eight of Swords. And this card, this is the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Cups. So this is a card that shows someone leaving something behind. And this is exactly what you're going to really be dealing with, how that this major lesson is unfolding for you, is that you're going to be moving on emotionally. So you're going to be letting go of unhealthy attachments, emotional attachments. And this might be difficult, but it's going to create this void where the universe can fill it with something. For you, it might feel painful, or you might be filled with regrets, or you might not even feel safe about this at first. But hang in there. Archangel Michael is coming through, and he's here to give you the courage to stand by you, to stand in your power, and to trust your convictions, even in the face of uncertainty. You might be really anxious. They wrote the word caffeine in front of me. The only thing that comes to my mind is anxiety, or sort of a simulation of anxiety as what they symbolically mean here. You might feel really anxious and stressed, but stay to the course. Trust your heart. Trust that you made the right decision in that moment. You were doing the best that you knew how, and now you trust that you can discern, even though you're scared, what the right thing to do for the next big event coming up in your life that will allow you to make this very important shift. So this is just showing you're making huge shifts, huge changes. This is going to be an emotional experience for you, but it's going to be refreshing. It's going to be rejuvenate your life. And sometimes we need to go through a loss in order to really appreciate what we can gain potentially. And it's up to you how long you spend spinning emotionally. But if you can just hop onto that lesson, that understanding, looking at the bigger picture, that in this card of judgment is sort of an atonement, and recognizing that certain things had to come to an end in order for things to begin. Recognizing that the end of life is the beginning of an eternal one. And how all of that can relate to us as we're living, still here living, and turning, the page and beginning new chapters. So it's that real sense of beginning a new chapter. So this is just not an ending with a dead end. This is the beginning of a new chapter. And they write the word astrological. So there's something astrological going on that's facilitating this for you. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings and wish you a beautiful month of June.